Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Butler. Dixon is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center position.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
The Hawks trail by 14. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And here are the Warriors now. Jalen Johnson missing his last shot. High, arcing shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Some terrific new faces in the league, and as we have about a month left to play in this season, what better time than now to see who has stood out and shown they have the skill and talent to take home the Rookie of the Year award. And you look at Dixon all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Yeah, a rookie year can be unpredictable, but he's consistently stood out from the crowd.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
90 seconds now into the second half. Rizajay with it. He's got 9. Some solid defense from Butler.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Here's Dixon. He's covered by Daniels. Butler, no good. The Hawks trail by 14. When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Dixon passes to Curry. Takes the 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Rizajay with it. Kuminga on him. And there's the feed to Daniels. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Great to see things coming together for Daniels offensively. He's found a good flow here.
Yep, that one goes. Dixon's got 44.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Young to the made shot from Dixon. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, he catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster is different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
And here are the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Hawks.
Well, they keep going to him, and he keeps delivering.
Passes it to Daniels. Driving to the basket. There's the killer two-handed slam.
flashing his athleticism there. I like when Daniels goes right at the rim.
Here's Butler. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Daniels. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Warriors leading by 11. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Dixon. And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, that's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Okongwu. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Dixon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, what I like is not only have they been forcing turnovers, they've been capitalizing on those opportunities.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
He dishes it to Daniels. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
All right, fans, let me hear you make some noise for
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Warriors, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking. And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Steph Curry. Just an incredible month of basketball. 6th in assists, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Picked away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Dixon, drilled from 11 feet out. Dixon's got 54 points.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
For Atlanta, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Well, guys, what I love about Young is you cannot break his will. Great mental and emotional toughness.
Here's Dixon. Non-stop scoring machine here. Looney with the bucket.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Pass to Rizichet. Johnson outside. The pass to Young. Back to Johnson. The Hawks working the ball around. Young with no one around. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, he is desperately trying to get something going, but this has not been his night. They need to consider making an adjustment.
And time that one just right. That'll fire up Young and his teammate.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 16. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Here's Dixon, defended by Young. A nice shot by Dixon.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Backed it. Daniels. Poke loose. To the paint. Here's Butler. Johnson with the block. Here's Rizichet, defended by Kuminga. Okongwu trying to break free, and it's Rizichet missing. With the drive. Offensive rebound. Curry lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. He's making some changes here. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to man. And another steal for him.
The steals just don't end with him, and now he has a good look at the season record.
The instincts, the tenacity he has shown on the defensive end all season long is awe-inspiring.
And every steal gets him closer to the top spot, sits at 301, and it isn't unthinkable that he could get there this season.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. The rebound by Young. Hawks shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Rizichet in the corner. Kept alive. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Dixon passes to Butler. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying in the international game.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
He gets that one. Dixon's got 58.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Young for three. The rebound by Post. Warriors leading by 21. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Dixon. And another one falls. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Now, Reza Shea. Pass to Okongwu. Now, here's Levert. He's defended by Pajemski. The kick out to Young. Another shot. Another miss by Young. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Johnson with the block. They get it back. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Atlanta calls timeout. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Okongwu. George Niang comes in for Jalen Johnson. And Daniels subbed in for Karis LeVert. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And that game against Memphis, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Reza Shea, and the dunk by Reza Shea.
Yeah, if you give Reza Shea a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Warriors leading by 23. Here's Dixon, and he's good on the 3-ball. Dixon's got 7 now in this quarter.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remains red hot from deep.
A nice shot by Young.
Well, Young is so tenacious that it balances out any of the size differential in the paint.
From deep 3-point territory. Rebound Atlanta. Passes it to Daniels. Finish off the break. Daniels has got 19 points.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. Lets it fly. Dixon's shot is off. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Young, good.
Well, such a creative finish. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over it.
Fires from way outside, and they recover it.
Well, they're all over the offensive glass right now, and it's a big reason that they're ahead.
Here's Looney. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He misses the free throw.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
So for the Hawks, Okongwu comes in for Grant Williams. And Jalen Johnson subbed in for George Niang. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Hield. Here is Daniels, defended by Dixon. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Warriors on D. Hawks passing it around. And here's Young from the arc. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Dixon. Kicks it to Curry. The three. The rebound by Young. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Daniels, guarded by Curry. And here's Daniels. Unloads from 9, and he overshot that one, missing.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Well, keeping his eyes up. Coaches love to see that kind of anticipation.
The Hawks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Here's Dixon. Outside, Kuminga. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
He swipes the ball away again. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease. Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
And here's Young from the arc. Hawks with a new shot clock.
Well, they're all over the offensive glass right now, and it's a big reason that they're ahead. Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Here's Dixon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now,
though?
What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding him.
To the inside. Connects again. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Dixon, guarded by Robinson. Left side, Kuminga. Outside, Green. Pass to Dixon. Here's Looney. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Substitution on the court.
Rizachet, he's checked in for George Niang. Karis LeVert comes in for Grant Williams. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Then for the Warriors, Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Looney. Podziemski's coming in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Dixon in for Stephen Curry.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And we have watched this team all season long play with such tenacity, with the wins piling up on the year. This will make it now 61 total.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Smooth.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Young from outside buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 30 points.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Here's Dixon. From deep three-point territory. Off target. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they need home cooking to feel at home. I mean,
Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. So long.